check it out. Does anybody like Christina Aguilera? So this is a story called Does Christina Aguilera Smell Like Hot Dogs?
Yes!
And what would this mean for us as a city and as a nation? Christina Aguilera is a very famous singer who spent a good portion of her early years in Rochester, Pennsylvania, which is pretty close to Pittsburgh. Also, she apparently smelled like hot dogs in high school. I first heard this in 2001 from my buddy Mike, but as a rumor, it has serious legs. Today, a Google search for Christina Aguilera hot dogs will bring up several hits, confirming the fact that even if she didn't smell like hot dogs in high school, many people believe that she did. I recently followed up with Mike on this rumor, and he told me that he heard it from his cousin, who sat next to her in middle school and not in high school, as I had originally understood. That was surprising to me. And not only that, but Mike had heard that she smelled like them with everything on them. Like chili, cheese, relish, I wonder, and onions, Mike insisted. I always imagined her smelling like the water that collects on the bottom of those big 25 to 30 packs of hot dogs. A briny, refrigeratory smell. My mom used to buy those when I was a kid and eat them out of plastic and push them through a little hole in the plastic. This disgusts me now. There's a lot of disgusting things about hot dogs. But if Christina Aguilera smelled like a hot dog with like a delicious hot dog with everything on it, well, that's kind of appetizing and not necessarily a bad thing. It stings a lot less than the rumor the new girl in my middle school got, which was that she stuck a banana up her vagina. A girl in my sister's class was rumored to have done the same thing with her tail of her Teddy Ruxpin, which is pretty hilarious. So, Doug, the bartender in 1501, where I wrote this, I asked him where he thought the rumor had originated, and he said, I think she just liked hot dogs. Which is a nice way to think about it, but he admitted as a rumor it was probably mean-spirited. And if Mike's cousin is correct that it started in middle school, well then it probably was created to torment her. She had a hit with Genie in a Bottle when she was still in school, Doug said, so she was probably only in class like 2 months out of the year. In other words, she probably stood out like a sore thumb. We queers can relate to this, and it could have something to do with the diva status we conferred upon her. The purported hot dog smell of Christina Aguilera is surely a reflection of her difference, and the banality of the rumor expresses the way in which we both revere and resent those who stand out. Does Christina Aguilera smell like hot dogs today? Maybe she smells of expensive all-beef kosher French. Maybe she smells like fancy clothing and perfume. But surely there are days when Christina Aguilera hasn't showered and she's lounging around in sweatpants and she smells like farts or pussy or just plain old ass. What it comes down to is we've all had our moments where we smell like hot dogs, or something similarly unfresh. Knowing that Christina Aguilera smells like hot dogs is one way that we relate to her. Christina Aguilera doesn't live in the Pittsburgh area anymore, but any visit to a celebrity gossip website will demonstrate the ways in which we continue to worship and debase her. It is how we deal with those who are exceptional. What's different is that we were once close enough to Christina Aguilera to say that we knew what she smells like. We aren't now, and we never will be again. I really appreciate.